Hey, what's up guys? It's Toxic here, and today we're finally going to be continuing the Roblox trading series. Now, the last episode I made in the Roblox trading series was a few months ago, I believe it was in June, and I was talking about how I wanted to take a break, and then when I came back and made the Roblox trading series, I wanted to have a goal and all that. Well, like I just said, we're finally bringing back the Roblox trading series, but this video isn't actually going to be me, obviously starting any trades, completing any trades or anything. I actually wanted to take this video and kind of discuss like the groundwork for the trading series that we're going to have now. Because, like I said before in the last video I wanted to kind of set a goal. And what I was thinking was we could try to reach that goal that we set right now. And then once we hit that goal, we take another little break, and then we come back for more Roblox trading to go for a different goal. And I feel like that's probably a better way to go about it than just constantly trading and trading and trading and trading without really any goal in mind or anything, just continually trading and all that. I feel like it's probably better to just have like a set goal in mind. Now, I haven't actually set my mind on one particular item that I wanted to have as a goal. However, I am going to take this opportunity to take a look at a lot of the items that I like, and down in the comments you guys can tell me what the goal should be. But also, I do want to say right now, it doesn't necessarily have to be an item. Like, for example, instead of having a specific item in mind, we could just say we're going for 1,000,000 value, and then once we hit 1,000,000 value, obviously that's when we would take a little break, and so on and so forth. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be one particular item. It could just be a value. But yeah, now we're on Roll-A-Mons, as you can see here, and I'm actually going to show you guys a few of the items that I had in mind, like items that I really like. And if we were to go to search right now, I'm going to show you guys a few of them. First of all, the Sparkle Time Fedora. It's 800,000 right now. I'm sure it'll probably either go up a bit or down a bit by the time we ever get to 800k value. It would be kind of funny if we get to 800k and this is suddenly like 1,000,000 or something. But yeah, basically that's one of the items that I had in mind. Let me see, what else was I thinking? Now, this one isn't expensive at all, and I could actually get it right now. But the Ghost Deary is an item that I've always liked, and I've actually never owned a Ghost Deary. So maybe while we're trading, we could somehow, some way, cross paths with a Ghost Deary. Like, that would be really cool, but again, I feel like that's a little bit low considering I could literally afford it right now. Let's see, what else am I thinking of as items? Oh, one item that I did have in mind as well is a Vespertilio. Now, something interesting is that the Vespertilio is only 660k, so it's a lot cheaper than the Sparkle Time Fedora. But this is another item that I've always kind of liked. I have owned this in the past, I believe twice. One time in a trading series. No, I think both times I've had it, they've both been in trading series. And the Sparkle Time Fedora, I had in like 2017 or something. It was like 200 something K. And I had it in one of my old trading videos as well. So both the Sparkle Time Fedora and the Vespertilio have been in my inventory at some point in time. So it's kind of funny that I am now way below the Vespertilio and the Sparkle Time Fedora, considering I used to own both of these. But right now, as you guys can see, I moved over to the item table instead of just typing in the items that come to my mind. That way I can see all the items that I like, and it's a little bit easier than me just trying to remember all the items I like all at once. Like, I feel like this is probably a better way to go about it. But as you guys can see, also something interesting is the Frigidus is worth more than the Empress now. I never thought I would ever see the day where the Frigidus, or really anything, is worth more than Dominus Empress, but I guess that's that's something new. Now, obviously, it would be like really funny if I were to say our goal is a Dominus Frigidus, but realistically speaking, I don't think I would ever get a Dominus Frigidus. Like, I think that's a little bit out of our range, even if I were to trade just non-stop and all that. I think a Frigidus is a little bit out there. But moving on from the Dominus Frigidus, let's take a look at some items that would actually be a reasonable goal. And I think if I scroll down all the way, we'll probably get to items like around the Sparkle Time Fedora. Yeah, right here. The Sparkle Time Fedora itself is almost at the bottom of the page, 800k. The Purple Indy is an interesting item, and also the Red Grind, but the Purple Indy I actually used to own at one point in time, I believe in 2017. So it's kind of funny how this ended up being yet another item that I've already owned, but I wouldn't mind setting that as a goal now. But moving on to items that I haven't already owned, I want to talk about the Red Domino Crown, the Red Grind, and the White Sparkle Time Fedora. Honestly, I forgot to mention the White Sparkle Time Fedora before, but it's a pretty good looking hat, and I wouldn't mind setting that as a goal. Same thing with the Red Grind and the Red Domino Crown. But the Red Domino Crown and the Red Grind are items that I've liked ever since I was a kid. So if that was a goal and we actually accomplished it, that would be really, really cool because, again, these are items that I've always wanted ever since I was a kid and I've never owned them. But moving on to the second page, you can see that we have the Void Star right here, which is worth 770k. That's actually crazy. I did not know the Void Star was worth this much. I don't mind setting that as a goal because, again, the Void Star is a really cool item, and as a kid, it was one of those items that I always wanted. But I actually have owned this on several occasions. But again, I don't mind having this as a goal either because it's a pretty cool item. The Star Tail Slide is an item, just like the Red Grind, I've liked ever since I was a kid, and I've never owned it. But yeah, I think the Star Tilside is another item that could be a goal for this series. But obviously I'm not going to scroll through all of these pages of limiteds and tell you guys which ones I think are the best looking and which ones I like the most or any of that. I just wanted to take a look at a few that are kind of up there in value so we could set those as goals potentially. And really quickly before I move on, I just want to mention that it feels so weird taking a look at these items, like especially the Void Star for example, right? It feels so weird taking a look at the Void Star and seeing it at 770k value, considering at one point in time, I actually owned the Void Star and the Purple Indy at the exact same time, and I traded them away in the exact same trade too, which is just really crazy to me considering now the Void Star, which was the cheaper of the two items, is now an item that's almost double my value. As you guys can see on the screen right now, this is actually a video I made in May 2017. And as you can see, I actually had the Purple Indy and the Void Star in this one trade. And spoiler alert, I did end up accepting this trade, which is why I mentioned that I traded them away in the same trade. But yeah, as you can see, I actually had both the Purple Indy and the Void Star, and more items on top of that, all at the same time. But really quickly before I end today's video, I wanted to take a look at my Rollomon's account page. Because as you can see, I am no longer in the top 10,000 ranked traders. Which, I mean, I guess that's fair enough. I haven't traded it forever. And on top of that, my value has been dropping as well. I mean, it's still kind of crazy to me how in February, I had 820 something thousand with the exact same items I have now. And suddenly those same items are literally half of what they used to be. It's only 434k now. Or actually it's only 425k because it dropped since yesterday. But moving on, let's take a look at the items that I actually have in my inventory right now, because I've actually owned some of these for a really long time, and also the values for a lot of these have changed quite a bit. Now the first thing I want to mention is that I don't know why it says I've owned some of these items for 2 years. Because as you can see, I've owned some of these items since March 2020, which don't get me wrong, is a really long time to hold items. But it's not quite 2 years. I'm pretty sure March 2020 was about a year and a half ago. But aside from the fact that I have owned some of these items since March 2020, I actually wanted to talk about a few items that I own which are really interesting to me. Like for example, the hockey mask. Why is this marked as projected? I don't understand this at all. Why is Dr. 8-Ball like no value? Why is Emerald Ambassador no value? Like I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be wrap-based items, like all three of these. And Hockey Mask, if anything, I don't understand why it's projected. Like, if I'm not mistaken, this actually has less wrap than it usually does. And I actually took a look at the chart, and I guess we could take a look at it together right now. Like, we could take a look at the chart right now, and you can see there's no real insane purchases that would constitute this to be marked as a projected. Like, one purchase when it was 42k, sure, I guess that's a bit expensive for a hockey mask. But lots of items on Roblox have random spikes in prices, and then they just go back to normal. Like, if we were to just keep looking, if anything, it goes on a downward trend here. It goes up back to where it usually is around here. But there's nothing here that makes it look at all like it's projected. Like, there's nothing here that looks sketchy at all. Again, there's one purchase up here for 42k. And then it gets purchased for 15,000 the day after, an average of 25,000 here, 17,000 here, 10,000 here. Like, it just looks like it's a normal item. I don't understand why it's marked as projected. And I actually decided to take a look at the value, and you can see right here, it was valued up until March 31st, 2021. And if we were to go to March 31st, 2021, you can see that it was in a little bit of a slump compared to what it used to be, but it's not like it was projected at all, like leading up to this. Again, it has that one purchase for 42,000 almost. But then over here, it's just a ton of purchases at its normal price. I don't understand why this was ever marked as projected and why it's still marked as projected months later. But hopefully Rollomon's fixes this because this really does not make any sense to me. And I decided to actually take a look at Dr. 8-Ball really quickly too. And I saw that it actually got devalued recently. Like if I were to scroll in right here, you can see that it actually got devalued a few days ago. And it used to be 18k here until it randomly got devalued now. And taking a look at the chart, it doesn't really seem like there's any reason why it should have gotten devalued. It seems like another item that should just be wrap based. I don't understand why this one is devalued either. And then the same thing with Emerald Ambassador, but that one was never valued. But what I don't understand about this one is why is it not valued? Like, why did they remove the value from this item? But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. And I know I don't currently have premium, but once I finish recording this video, I'm actually going to go buy premium and start trading again. Like I said before, this video is mostly to kind of lay the groundwork for the rest of this trading series. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.